Hello and welcome to Simple Physics. In this course, we shall cover class 12 NCERT. This is the second part of chapter 1. Here we will start with Coulomb's law. If we place two charges, then those two charges will interact with each other. If two charges are positive, then obviously they will repulse. If two charges are negative, then in that case also they will repulse. But if two charges are of opposite nature, that means one is positive, one is negative, अगर ऐसा होता है, in that case the forces will be attractive. Now what is the amount of force? अभी तक हमने ये नहीं जाना है कि इसके अंदर फोर्स का अमाउंट कितना होगा. फोर्स आएगा और रिपल्सिव और अट्रैक्टिव फोर्स एक्ट होगा, ये हमने जाना है. लेकिन व्हाट इज द अमाउंट ऑफ द फोर्स, ये हमने अभी तक नहीं जाना. इसके लिए हमें कूलॉम्स लॉ को पढ़ना पड़ेगा. In case of Coulomb's law, Coulomb described the amount of force acting between those two charges. According to Coulomb, if we consider two charges, one is Q1 and one is Q2, the distance between those two charges is R, then according to Coulomb, the force acting between those two charges is proportional to the product of the charges. चार्ज का वैल्यू जितना ज़्यादा होगा उतना ही उसका प्रोडक्ट का वैल्यू आएगा और फोर्स भी उतना ज़्यादा आएगा. And the second statement is the force is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. इसका मतलब जो डिस्टेंस इस चार्ज के अंदर जितना ज़्यादा आएगा उतना फोर्स का वैल्यू घटेगा. The force will reduce whenever you increase the distance between those two charges. This is the basic statement of the Coulomb's law. Now if we convert this proportionality sign into equality, then we have to introduce here a constant. The constant is K. K is the proportionality constant. So this is the basic statement, basic mathematical statement of Coulomb's law. Coulomb's law in CGS and SI system. The general expressions of Coulomb's law is K into Q1 Q2 divided by R square. Here we consider this is Q1 charge, this is Q2 charge, and the intermediate distance between those two charges is R. Now in CGS system, this value of the constant K is simply 1, and the expressions of Coulomb's law is just F is equals to Q1 Q2 divided by R square. There is no complexity in case of CGS system, but in SI system the value of the constant is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. This epsilon naught is the free space permittivity. Here we consider the intermediate space between those two charges Q1 and Q2 is free space. That is why here we write the value epsilon naught, which is free space permittivity, and the expressions of the force is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 divided by R square. This is for free space. Now instead of free space, if those two charges are kept in a different medium, let us consider ये दोनों चार्ज को हमने वाटर में प्लेस किया हुआ है. The intermediate space between those two charges is water. In that case, the expressions of Coulomb law looks like this: 1 by 4 pi epsilon Q1 Q2 divided by R square. Here you can observe that this epsilon 0 is replaced by epsilon. Now what is epsilon? Epsilon 0 was free space permittivity. We considered that epsilon 0 because in that case the intermediate space was free space. So in this case, as the intermediate space is water, so epsilon is the permittivity of water. Instead of water, if we place any other medium, in that case we have to replace the permittivity of that medium. So this is the expressions of Coulomb's law in SI system. There are few limitations of the Coulomb's law. The first one is whenever we are trying to find the force between two charges by using the Coulomb's law, then obviously the distance between those two charges must be greater than the dimensions of the body. That means इसका जो साइज है, इसका साइज, ये जो चार्जेस का साइज है, इससे ज़्यादा इस इंटरमीडिएट डिस्टेंस को रहना चाहिए in case of Coulomb's law. But if the intermediate distance is small with respect to the dimensions of the body like this, in that case Coulomb's law will not be valid. ये जो केस है इसमें Coulomb's law वैलिड नहीं आएगा, बिकॉज इसका डायमेंशंस, इसका डायमीटर देखिए इतना बड़ा, और इसका इंटरमीडिएट सेपरेशन इज वेरी स्मॉल विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू इट्स डायमीटर. सो दैट इज व्हाई द Coulomb's law is not valid in this case. Again, here whenever we will apply the Coulomb's law, in that case the charges must have to remain stationary. इसको स्टैटिक रहना पड़ेगा. अगर ये चार्ज मूव करता है, इन दैट केस ऑल्सो Coulomb's law will not be valid. तो ये जो है ये Coulomb's law का लिमिटेशंस है. चार्जेस कैन जनरेट electricity, that means a current. Whenever a charge, say electrons are moving in a metal, say this is copper, and in a copper where electrons are moving, in that case there will be a current, electrical current is generated in this case, and that current will produce a magnetic field. So in this type of case Coulomb's law is not valid. Coulomb's law in vector form. We already developed the Coulomb's law. The expressions of, according to Coulomb's law, the expression of force between two charges is this. This is the scalar form of Coulomb's law. Here we will develop the vector form of Coulomb's law. To derive this vector form, we initially have to know the vector additions rule. You can remember the vector additions rule. Here this is vector A, which is directed along these directions. This is vector B, which is directed along these directions, and this is vector C, which is directed opposite to the previous two. Then according to vector additions rule, we can write vector A plus vector B is equals to vector C. So this is simply the vector addition rule. Now by using this rule we can develop the vector form of Coulomb's law. Here this is the first charge Q1, this is the second charge Q2, and let us consider they are separated by a distance r21, and this r21 is directed along these directions. This is the origin of the reference system. The positions of the charge Q1 is equals to vector r1, positions of the charge Q2 is vector r2, and we define the positions of the charge Q2 with respect to Q1 is r21. Now just remember the vector additions rule. According to vector additions rule, this vector plus this vector is equals to this vector. That means r1 plus r21 is equals to r2. So we can write r21 is equals to r2 minus r1. We have to apply these expressions in Coulomb's law. We are trying to find the force on the charge Q2 due to the charge Q1. Here we also consider those two charges are similar. That means say those two charges are positive charge. Then obviously the force would be repulsive in nature. This charge Q2 will experience a force which is directed along these directions because it is a repulsive force. So according to Coulomb's law, the value of the force is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by r21 square. r21 means the intermediate separation distance between those two charges. Now you just remember that what is r21? According to our vector additions rule, this was r2 minus r1. We derive this value. Here you just observe that this is the value of r21. So r21 is this. Now you just observe that here directions of the force is along this. So this is the directions of vector 21. So the direction can be represented by the unit vector r21 cap. So that is why the force is written like this: F is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 divided by r square. In this case the distance is r21, so r21 square, and this total value, this is the magnitude of the force. This is the magnitude part of the force. And what is the directions of the force? Directions is along the r21 vector, which is represented by r21 cap. So this is the direction part of the force, and this is the magnitude of the force. Those will together create the vector form of the force. So this is the vector form of Coulomb's law. And you can also express the value of r21. What is the value of r21? This is the modulus of r2 minus r1. So this is the vector form of Coulomb's law. The next topic is electric field. If we place a charge here, then its surrounding region, let us consider in this regions, this charge would create an influence. ये जो चार्ज है ये इसका सराउंडिंग जो रीजन्स है इस रीजन में इसका इन्फ्लुएंस क्रिएट करेगा. How can we experience that influence? If we place another charge in these regions, say we place a charge q1 here, then that charge would experience a force which may be attractive or repulsive according to its nature. अगर ये पॉजिटिव होता है, ये भी पॉजिटिव होता है, then in that case the force would be repulsive. अगर ये नेगेटिव होता है, ये पॉजिटिव होता है, in that case it would be attractive. So here in these regions it has its influence. Now the region would depend on the amount of charge. मतलब अगर चार्ज का वैल्यू बहुत ज़्यादा होता है तो रीजन भी बहुत ज़्यादा होगा जिधर इसका इन्फ्लुएंस रहेगा. अगर चार्ज का वैल्यू बहुत छोटा होता है, let us consider this is the charge which is a point charge, in that case the regions would also be a smaller. बहुत छोटा रीजन में ही इसका इन्फ्लुएंस रहेगा. So this region where a charge creates its influence, it's known as electric field. इस region को हम electric field कहेंगे. अब ये जो region है, इस region में electric field को अगर हमें calculate करना है, then how can we express that thing? So let us consider here we keep a charge, say capital Q, maybe positive or negative. Now the region surrounding it, let us consider the regions here, these regions. In this region it has an influence. That means this is the field, this is the electric field region, capital Q. Now if we place a unit positive charge here which is at a distance r from the capital Q charge, then the force acting on that charge can be written as, this force is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught capital Q into 1 divided by r square. This is according to Coulomb's law. This force would act on the charge capital Q. Now this force is the measure of the field intensity of the charge which is created by capital Q. इंटेंसिटी कैपिटल Q चार्ज ने इधर जनरेट किया है. There are few basic properties of electric field. In general, the charge capital Q which generating the electric field is known as source charge, and the charge which we keep here to determine the electric field is known as test charge. Now electric field is dependent on this source charge. As we know, the expressions is this, and also we have came to know that electric field is a function of r. So let us consider a capital Q charge is situated here. So the electric field at a distance r from this charge is this. Also if you consider all the points on the surface of the sphere, then you can observe that the distance from the source charge capital Q is same for all of those points. So as here it is mentioned that the magnitude of the electric field is only functions of r. That is why at all the points on the surface of the sphere the electric field remain same. If the source charge is positive, that means if capital Q is positive, then the directions of the electric field would be radially outward. It means it is along the outward directions. And if the source charge is negative, then the directions of the electric field would be inward. The next topic is electric field. As we came to know that if we keep a charge here, so this is a positive charge capital Q, then a region surrounding it where this charge would create its influence, which is known as electric field. अगर हम इधर एक यूनिट पॉजिटिव चार्ज को फ्रीली छोड़ देते हैं, if we keep it free, then obviously this charge also experience a force which is a repulsive force. This charge is a free charge. That means by the actions of the force, it would move along these directions because this charge would repulse this यूनिट पॉजिटिव चार्ज. यूनिट पॉजिटिव चार्ज को रिपल्स करेगा, इसलिए इधर चला जाएगा. सो इसका जो ट्रेजेक्ट्री आएगा, जाने का जो ट्रेजेक्ट्री आएगा, इस ट्रेजेक्ट्री को कहेंगे हम लाइंस ऑफ फोर्स. इधर जिधर भी हम यूनिट पॉजिटिव चार्ज को फ्रीली प्लेस करेंगे, उधर से ये रेडियली आउटवर्ड ट्रैवल करेगा ड्यू टू द एप्लीकेशंस ऑफ द रिपल्सिव फोर्स बाय कैपिटल क्यू. ये सब जो लाइन होता है, इसको हम कहेंगे इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड लाइंस. मतलब यूनिट पॉजिटिव चार्ज का जो लोकस आएगा, उस लोकस को ही हम कहेंगे इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड लाइंस. अगर हम डिफरेंट केसेस में इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड लाइंस को देखेंगे तो बात एकदम समझ में आ जाएगा. इधर ये जो चार्ज है, दिस इज अ पॉजिटिव चार्ज. ग्रेटर देन 0 मीन्स दिस इज अ पॉजिटिव चार्ज. सो पॉजिटिव चार्ज के करीब में जिधर भी हम यूनिट पॉजिटिव चार्ज को एक पॉजिटिव चार्ज इधर रखेंगे, उसको ही ये रिपल्स करेगा. एंड ड्यू टू दैट रिपल्सिव फोर्स दिस चार्ज विल ट्रैवल अलोंग दिस डायरेक्शंस. अगर हम यूनिट पॉजिटिव चार्ज को इधर छोड़ेंगे तो इस डायरेक्शन चला जाएगा, अगर हम इधर छोड़ेंगे तो इस डायरेक्शन जाएगा. सो दोज आर द फील्ड लाइंस ऑफ द पॉजिटिव चार्ज स्मॉल q. Instead of positive charge, if we keep a negative charge here, this is a negative charge. In that case, if we keep here a unit positive charge, then that charge would be attracted by the negative charge. इसीलिए इसका जो lines of force है, वो अंदर की तरफ दिखाया गया है. जिधर भी हम unit positive charge छोड़ेंगे, उसको ही attract करेगा. So those are the lines of force for negative charges. In the third case, if we keep two positive charges side by side, this is also positive, this is also positive, then what would be the field lines? You can place here a unit positive charge. Then what would be its directions? What would be its movements directions? This charge would repulse this unit positive charge because this is plus, this is positive charge, and this positive charge also repulse this unit positive charge. For that, there would be a movement of that unit positive charge along the upward directions. अगर हम यूनिट पॉजिटिव चार्ज को इधर छोड़ेंगे तो ये वाला चार्ज रिपल्स करेगा, ये चार्ज भी रिपल्स करेगा, इसलिए इसका जो मूवमेंट का डायरेक्शन होगा वो बाहर की तरफ होगा. अगर हम इधर छोड़ेंगे तो क्या होगा, इधर से ये चार्ज रिपल्स करेगा, इधर से ये चार्ज रिपल्स करेगा. ये दो चार्ज का रिपल्सिव फोर्स का जो रिजल्टेंट आएगा वो आउटवर्ड की तरफ आएगा. इसलिए इसका लाइंस ऑफ फोर्स ऐसा दिखाया है. फोर्थ केस, इफ वी कीप टू ऑपोजिट चार्जेस, वन इज पॉजिटिव एंड वन इज नेगेटिव, इन दैट केस यू जस्ट ऑब्जर्व दैट if we keep a unit positive charge here, then this positive charge will repulse that charge and this negative charge will attract that charge. So that is why the lines of force is directed along these directions. You always have to remember that all the lines of force would be started from positive charge and it would be ended at negative charge.
If the video is helpful to you, then please like and subscribe the channel. Thank you.